That's good. That's always reassuring. So, what happened yesterday? We walked in off the street into a government office. A government office for the Bureau of Control, or the Institute of Control. It's a secret, basically, and it appears to be the Men in Black. We've accidentally walked into the headquarters of the Men in Black, something which we should not apparently be able to do, but we managed it just fine. Upon arriving at the headquarters of the Men in Black, we found the boss, the director, Director Trench. He was dead, apparently killed himself with his own gun. The gun turns out to be a mystical artifact throughout time, also known previously as, like, Excalibur and various other weapons. By picking up the magic gun, we were selected to be the new director of the Bureau of Control, which everybody else in the building has accepted without a second's hesitation. And then we discovered that the reason for everything going wrong is there's some sort of frequency that's mind controlling people called the Hiss. And it's our job as director to stop the Hiss. But also we are here because 11 years ago, a crazy sort of, I don't know, Evangelion / Cthulhu horror occurred in our hometown to me and my brother. But my brother was abducted by the Institute of Control and they are keeping him here. So we came here to find our brother, but now we're in charge. The end of the world is about to happen. Everything's gone wrong. And I'm the only person around here who can solve the problem, so no pressure. Slightly sad that you missed the beginning of the game yesterday. I really recommend you go back and watch a rental. The stream was only like an hour long, hour and a half. So yeah, if you want to catch up, you can do that pretty quick. All right, should we get to work? So you can hear that resonant hiss in the background already. Let me boost the volume a little bit. Travel costs. Week 83 report. Visited the following Nevada accommodations: Desert Sun Inn, Big Sky Motel, Starlight Motel, In and Out, Aztec Court, Sleep Bear Motel, Silver Spurs Ranch, El Gato Blanco Inn, and the A Plus Lodge. Okay. Accommodation, meals, gas, and a minibar. I do wonder if a motel called the Ocean View is going to be found in a landlocked state. But hey, I guess I'm not paid to think, right? And for the record, I again request that you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Rowley and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. Boys in research said performing rituals may help identify any places of power. Drinking tiny whiskies is my ritual. Okay, the Ocean View Motel. I wonder if that's like a homage to like the Overlook Hotel. Avoid modern technology from the Synchronicity Research Department. That was right, we were supposed to put our smartphones, personal computers, all of that was supposed to get put away. Hey Vanilla, how are you today? So yeah, there's a lot of mess everywhere, and there's like a lot of this going on. So it's all pretty extreme around here. Yeah, and there's pictures of me everywhere, despite the fact I only got here like an hour ago. Everyone's just hanging out. Nostalgia department. Pokemon cards, here I come. We want to check down the red corridor of death, or... Well, I think that's actually where we have to go. Alright, red corridor. Wait, no, have we been down here? I think we have. Yeah, this is... Okay, so we... Oh, nope, maybe not. I was gonna say this is where we came in, but I guess not. Get out of my dimension, nerds! Someone's shooting at me. So these are all security members of Control who have been mind controlled by the hiss. Okay, so we're looking for the hotline. Apparently the hotline is... ooh, weapon mods, hello. Hang on, one thought at a time. Apparently the hotline is my direct communication to the board of directors. A nefarious black pyramid that exists in an astral state. It got weird real quick. Yeah, Frank. Is it the hotline from Miami? I don't know, we haven't found it yet. Also, apparently we have weapon mods and personal mods. What have I got? Shatter recoil efficiency, exclusive to Shatter. This is grip. Okay, so there's going to be multiple weapons. Personal mods. 20% increased health recovery per pickup. That sounds useful. I'll take that. These are our materials for the crafting thing we don't know about. Here we go, yes. Emily instructs Jessie to find the hotline, an object of power in the form of an old telephone, to understand the messages from the dead director who is trying to communicate with her. Okay. Okay, so we are... Can I zoom in on this map at all? Is this as good as the... This is as good as the map gets, is it? Oh. So, dead letters. I'm curious about the red corridor of impending doom. Oh, there's a shelter down here. Can't open. I can open. Oh. Nope, okay. Not going in there. The Havana Summary. Altered world events. So these are those, like, crazy blips in space-time. Okay. An auditory event occurred in the United States Embassy in Havana, injuring the majority of diplomatic staff stationed there. Blank deaths were reported, and the outgoing information has been managed. Bureau agents arrived at the embassy on the same day as the event was reported, through federal channels, but were too late to witness the AWE, which is reported to have been blank. Staff experienced sudden, intense vibrations and noise, accompanied by an intense pressure in the ears. This lasted for minutes. No visual phenomena was witnessed. The scene was cordoned off, and all embassy staff were transported to the continental US. Ooh, Culture Mine, hello, thank you for the raid. After Formula I-9 was recited in the vicinity, a single cowboy boot began to vibrate, identifying it as an altered item. The item was contained and brought to the Bureau for examination. Okay, so some sort of crazy sonic earthquake happened because of a cowboy boot. That's the level of weird weird we're dealing with here. Okay, yeah, let's go check out that corridor. I am curious. Seems like lots of other stuff to explore eventually anyway, so... What's down here? Okay!
It's overpowering here.
Not that way.
You don't want me anywhere near it. I'm with you on that.
Okay. Remedy is the best at weird. Remedy did Alan Wake, didn't they? I really need to go back and play that. I haven't played that in years. Where is the other cowboy boot exactly? There's gotta be more than one around here. They tend to come in pairs. Okay, dead letters. Here we go again. This is all fine and okay. I've got a shield. That's not fair. Where's my shield? It doesn't work if I punch it off. Bang, 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 bang. Yeah, they did do Alan Wake, yeah. I really enjoyed that. It's been long enough that I've forgotten most of it. So yeah, I wouldn't mind going back to it at some point. If it can be found anywhere? I know it got deleted from existence for a little while. Gotcha. Okay, welcome to Dead Letters. We've got rooms with computers. His life is in your hands, so let's work hard. Oh, there's some crossover, is there? What that? Okay, it's quite dark down here. Can anybody? No, you guys can't see anything either. It's just dark. All right. The singing fish. Mr. Governor, I called the police, but they never come to my house. I got a problem, and you gotta send folks to fix it. I got my wife one of them singing fish on the walls. Not a real fish, it sings when you hit a button, but it's got the devil in it. Flies around at night and sings devil songs. Says a lot of curse words. The devil got in my house because of the fish, and you gotta handle it. My wife is real upset. When can you come? Sincerely, Dwayne Barr. That fish has got the devil in it. Devil fish in my house. Personal mod for some energy recovery. More terrifying red rooms. There it is. Okay, greetings Director Trench. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letters archive. Cataloguing the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail will provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use for any connections or related topics found among letters. Aside from the more functional purposes, the archives will allow us to preserve these windows into authentic human encounters with the paranatural world. Letters come to us from various places and times, gathered by the Postal Service as undeliverable. The Bureau is the perfect home for them. I realize not all letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events, but even the erroneous ones allow us insight into how the unknown is perceived by real people. Of course, I will compile a system to allow us to analyze the letters. Thank you again. Okay, so this is literally Dead Letters. It's not just for the office. This is for every piece of mail that wasn't correctly addressed or just had like "to the Pentagon" written on it or something. And it's just a whole bunch of crank letters. Okay. So who knows what in here is real, if there is a devilfish, or if that guy's just had a little bit too much meth. We may never know. Okay, I think I saw one of those control points up here. I saw you drop down from the ceiling. Oh, get closer. There we go. Re-establish reality! Oh, that's a bit better. Colour is returning to my vision at last. What can I do here? Oh, these are also fast travel points. Okay. Neat. There's our communications department. But if you think I'm going in there without checking every corner of this room, another thing coming. I had a dream, and I built the thing I saw in my dream. A machine that will contain God, but not the God you know or the ones anyone knows. A new God. This machine will be his body, his heart, his mind. I made it just like the dream showed me. Playing Near Automata again, okay. I used the motor from the refrigerator and the coils from my toaster and the fans plus the timing belt from my car's engine and the wheels from my son's skateboard. God can't move yet, but the dream said he would learn how on his own. This is just a beginner's body. Like a baby's, but a machine instead. God only needs a new place to start. If you want to interview, please contact me at the address on the envelope. My phone does not work anymore. I had to use the dialing plate on God. Seen that film before. Okay, so everything's sort of rearranged itself now. Check the security office. Hello, avid readers. The Bureau Book Bunch will convene at the usual spot in the corner table of the cafeteria at 5 p.m. on Tuesday. Currently discussing Unless You by J.D. Brooks. Everyone should get the reviews to me by Monday before lunch so I can generate some conversation starters before the meeting. Happy reading, Penny. I'm loving it so far, Culture. I'm what, 2 hours in maybe? Oh, I don't think I'm going to like this. I don't like it.
She walked into the city and didn't come back. I don't know what missing in actions is, but I sure wish someone would find her.
I'll help you look, Telfer. We'll find your mama together.
Oh, well, I hate that, and I never want to find one of those again, thank you very much. Together. Okay. So, there's like a series of 60s style PSA videos. Yeah, right, it's deliberately upsetting. Someone saw that and was like, we're making this. This will make things better. This will make things better and good. To whom it may concern, I'm being contacted by past presidents of the United States of America. They appear as spirit guides giving me their wisdom. John Adams keeps saying I need to fix America, but I can't really understand him. They all have a lot of opinions. People keep telling me I'm imagining it, but Theodore Roosevelt showed me how to fix my lawnmower, and I don't know a damned thing about lawnmowers. Explain that! I have great dead men telling me about the past and the present. If you'd like to use my abilities to help run the government, please let me know. I know the White House could use me. Yours in earnest, James Bartholomew. Alright, James, we'll get in touch. God knows we could do with someone sensible in the White House right about now. Right, I think that's everything, yeah. At least everything in these couple of rooms. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have nightmares about those Threshold kids for a little while. And I think I'm allowed that. I think that's justified. I don't think I'm going out of my way to... Oh, how did I do that? Together. Did the Bureau of Control have like a daycare for its agents who had kids? Oh boy, another TV screen. Introduction to Paranatural Topics.
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes.
Oh shit.
Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
Cool. So what's this? So a lot of what they've spoken about so far is this idea of like the power of belief in the collective unconscious, imbuing things with strange properties. So a disk that held the Soviet nuclear launch codes. Here's Will Scarlet from Men in Tights. That's exactly who it is. That's exactly who he is. Yeah, so the whole Cold War fear was built into this disc, which then started throwing things like missiles around a room. Uh-huh, okay. Keep an eye out for the disc.
Communications. We're on the right track.
Huge pool of blood, or head upstairs. Huge pool of blood. I'm probably gonna head upstairs for a second. You right there, miss? She's doing fine. The last time I tried to disarm one of those people, they died horribly. Okay, so it's just a little bit of tucked away. Alright. I guess we follow the pool of blood. Wonderful. You right there, buddy? Okay, not going that way. I'm gonna go check out the killer mail room in 1 second. Dead end first. We've got our first book club report. So, I don't usually read a lot of sci-fi, but as far as space operas go, this was alright. The title, Unless You, could refer to a bunch of things in the book, I guess, but I thought it was a little vague and stupid. The way the characters kept throwing it around almost like a catchphrase got annoying real fast. Best part was the space battles. I sided with the fixers, obviously, because they had the coolest tech and their motives made the most sense to me. Honestly, if I had to choose between some hoity-toity flowers in guns space hippies or a badass bunch of warriors who go around devouring planets like cheap sushi on a Sunday, I know who I'm picking. That scene where they invade City Planet and convert the entire population using those brain worms, and that space dogfight between those two ace pilots, sign me the fuck up. What kind of ruined the whole thing for me was when my favourite character got killed not even halfway through the story by getting a battery cylinder launched into his face by a gravitational anomaly. His death didn't feel necessary at all. Huh. I am willing to bet a significant amount of money that that is the person who wrote that report. It's all funny until it happens to you. No name tag. We'll never know.
An object of power. Looks like the host of last
Oh, okay. Whoop. I think I've found that floppy disk. There in a second. Yeah, those are not pencils. Whoop. Quit it. It is a lot like Stalker, isn't it? Yeah. Can't go in there without clearance level 1. Where am I going? That's weird, man. The effects in this are very cool. Just stay low and everything will be fine. So what, I just gotta run up and touch it? Ooh. Oop. Here we go. To gain what now?
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in the Bureau seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
Okay. You know what I'm getting the feeling of? Remember when we did our big Bloodborne playthrough? Our proper, like, complete lore breakdown of Bloodborne? It's starting to feel like that there's multiple gods, for lack of a better word, trying to take over here. Like, you've got the Hiss, and then you've got the board of directors, and then you've got whatever's in my head. I seem to have something latched into my head, but also, I have telekinesis now. That's gonna be fun! Launch, align the cube / thingamajig. Okay. Nope. Do love a bit of destructible environment, I do. Alright, let's go cause some trouble. Okay, so that's like my... Ooh, that's nice. Okay, it's like, yeah, my force power bar is up at the top there. It's very, very effective. Double kill. I'm gonna enjoy this. Oh, and I can just sort of pull bits off the wall and stuff as well. Okay. Crazy place.
There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted, right? This will help me fight the hiss.
Hey buddy, catch. Very effective against shields. Alright, that's pretty dang cool. Just gotta get into the hang of aiming. I suppose hitting someone with a sandbag is slightly less effective than hitting them with a gas canister. Anyone else? Oh, it's time to take out the trash. Where you at? Oh, there you are. Get canned. Okay, so that's cool. That's really cool. Do I not have clearance level 1 yet? Let me in! So my lift ability is limited. Fair enough. Hiss Ranger and Hiss Demolition Experts. Okay, the Rangers are the Bureau's well-trained and well-armed expeditionary forces. Their Hiss-corrupted counterparts are equally formidable. Prior to corruption, Rangers were trained to use a variety of weapons in order to face any threat found during AWE response or threshold exploration, including submachine guns, assault rifles, and automatic shotguns. Hiss Rangers utilize these weapons as well as the advanced tactics taught by Bureau instructors. Additionally outfitted with Bureau-made body armor, Hiss Rangers have no observed paranatural abilities beyond some protected by a shielding of hiss defense of dense hiss resonance, capable of stopping bullets. Considering the advanced training the Hiss Rangers are capable of applying to their situation, is it feasible to consider the human mind still remains intact to some degree? Or is the Hiss able to tap into this combat training and utilize it? Who knows? Demolition Expert, for handling volatile materials and weaponry. Experts are instructed in the use of explosives in dimensions with distinct physical laws. Okay, and they use rocket-propelled grenades. And those barriers get destroyed by defeating Hiss in the vicinity. Okay. Also, our poor canister in the face dude is gone. Alright.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
Time to go through the mailroom then. Get out of here, hiss. Get out of my head. Is this the mailroom? It's an mailroom. Maybe there's more than one. More materials for a crafting system I don't know about yet. Don't read confidential correspondence. It's not just rude, it's illegal. And it could suck your brain out from your ears, but mostly it's rude. The Willow AWE outcome. National news sites have begun publishing the story of the polar bear attack on the Alaskan town. You all know I don't like to boast, but claiming the family was killed by migrating polar bears desperate for food because their ecosystem is being ruined by global warming was a stroke of genius. Using current ecological concerns makes the public much less likely to give a damn. So, another AWE behind us and the public is none the wiser. Well done, everyone! It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. That doesn't mean we can stop monitoring blank, blank, and blank for any off-message opinions, but it's looking like we're in the clear. Okay, so Tomasi's head of the communications department, and yeah, he seems to be the spin doctor for everything. I mean, I'm looking for lore. So we got media disinformation. There was a polar bear attack that brutally exploded that family of 4. God, you can hear them, like, the hiss coming out of them like they're speakers. Don't like it. Not a fan. Alright, through the mailroom we go. Uh-huh. There's a lot of blood there again. Ooh, what's this? Clearance level 1. Hell yes.
This must open
Clearance level
the
1.
door.
And a control point for us to claim. Nice. Yeah, it's just another afternoon shift. Are we the baddies? Okay, well, with clearance level 1, I am of course allowed to check out each and every bathroom. I was gonna say there's like a lot of space in this building, but then I remembered the whole house shifts and moves all by itself. Like the walls contract and expand. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of staircases that go nowhere. Where am I now? Clearance level 1 lets me in. There's some goopy ass goop over there. Pay attention, Alberto, this is the last time I'm explaining this. Internal lockdowns are manually triggered events that lock one or all of the sectors by restricting use of the sector elevator, effectively locking staff in their sector until the emergency is handled. Can only be lifted via direct override in maintenance once the director is satisfied the situation is under control. External lockdowns are a bigger deal. Nothing in or out of the whole building. It's only triggered by a code red containment breach based on some complicated system that security and research slapped together. It can only be lifted once A, the threat has been neutralized, and B, a high clearance individual gives the system the all clear. This process is not the same as directorial override, so stop saying so in the documentation. I know it's confusing as hell. I've told Darling 100 times to change it, but they're adamant it stays the way it is. Honestly, I don't think they know even how to change it at this point. Let's just make sure all of our staff understand how this mess works, okay? Cool. Nobody knows what's going on or how to handle it when it does. I'm going to assume that's some bad smell I don't want to get involved with, but... Yep, okay, I was going to say, it's not killing me yet, it's killing me. Oh, hi. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, can't leave that way. Buddy, what have you got? Another clearance level 1. If I put them together, do I get clearance level 2?
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years.
Coast to Coast FM.
Thank you for staying up with us. Ghosts. We've had many callers over the years tell us of hauntings, voices, and other phantasmagorical phenomena. Today, friend of the show, Dr. Quincy Reagan, tells his story. Quincy.
Thanks. This is something I experienced recently while staying at the Chili Pines Motel in Macon for last year's SuspiciaCon.
I want to go to SuspiciaCon.
The night manager, an avid listener of the program, insisted I take this particular room. Now, the manager explained that years back, the body of a man was discovered under the bed, inside that wooden border that motel beds tend to have. And the body had been there a week, he said. Guests had stayed there, sleeping with the corpse a foot below them. They only found the body when housekeepers complained about the smell. Hauntings have been reported in room 47 ever since. I happily took the room. I fell asleep pretty quick, checking under the bed first, of course. No ghosts visited me, no chilly spots or flickering lights. But when I woke up, I found myself under the bed. It was dark and stiflingly hot. Luckily, I was able to push the mattress off and crawl out before I suffocated. The night manager was kind enough to find me another room.
There you have it, listeners. What we call ghosts take many forms. Quincy was brave enough to tell his story, and I encourage you to keep calling and writing whenever you encounter something strange, something you can't explain. Maybe you're seeing colors that we have no name for. Maybe your toaster is possessed. Remember, dear listeners, when no one else believes you, we do. America Overnight, we'll be right back.
I wonder if this is like the Dead Letters department. They have their own, like, radio show for the nut jobs to call into. And then maybe they just go and send someone out to investigate. Right, I wanted to check one thing. That's where I'm going. Okay, cool. Do-do-do-do. Hey, this looks like my kind of safe room. Someone brought all the whiskeys. Reminds me of them checking the tabloids for leads in Men in Black. I think that's probably what it is. Looking for all those people who have witnessed a Bigfoot. Okay, now before we go through this room, now we've got our level 1 clearance. Before we go in there and proceed to wherever it is we want to go, I'm going to just take a quick backtrack. Because you know me, I cannot leave a door locked knowing I have the key for it. Now that we have clearance level 1, we can go in here. Boop. Get us some more information about the Havana incident. Okay. Bureau Medical. So this is where the sonic earthquake happened. Bureau medical staff have personally evaluated the injured embassy personnel when they arrived back in the country. While the victims reported cognitive issues, dizziness, and fatigue, further testing by Bureau medics found intense cell damage to that of radiation exposure. Agents and staff remained to take soil samples from the surrounding area, but found no trace of a blank beyond the health issues of the staff. Communications department disseminated story of foreign powers using blank blank on the embassy staff, like what, sonic weaponry or something, resulting in various issues that required the embassy to be evacuated. The story successfully took hold, gaining brief international attention. I'm not going to, because knowing if I do, I will open up a can of worms that will involve me getting spoiled, but I really want to Google Havana Embassy sonic weapons. Just to see if this is like a real world event that they're talking about, or if it's just based on a true story. Ooh, a floppy disk. Must be contained in a cell with no other loose material. The object is an 8-inch diskette containing Soviet-era nuclear launch codes. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to telekinetically lift material and throw it a short distance. The object is currently bound to blank for research purposes. Background is stolen from a Soviet military base located in blank by agent blank and blank with the CIA. The diskette contains launch codes to blank missiles believed to be reserved for use against blank. After being returned to America, the diskette began throwing computational hardware at members of the decoding team. An informant of the CIA tipped the Bureau off, and it was requisitioned by agents the next day. This is related to something that might have happened in Cuba. It feels familiar. Either talking of tulpas and stuff like that, and the human subconscious, means I've picked up stories similar to that, but yeah, you Google it and find something called Havana Syndrome. Alright, that's something for me to look up later. Thank you guys for doing that quick spoiler check for me, because I've done that before. I thought I've recognized something, Googled it, and it's been like, this is a plot point in, I don't know, this is a plot point in Fallout 3, and it is resolved when this happens. It's just like, ugh. Curse my demand for knowledge. Hey, buddy. Oh, it's Tomasi.
Great.
Woohoo! Easy there, Tomasi. Oh, whoa, there's a bunch of people around here. Okay, there's a few more people in the room than I thought. Let's just try that again. Also, the media director for a big federal bureau becoming a floating demon of hate and misery. Unsurprising, honestly. Alright, let's try that again. This time, we'll use our brain and our eyes. Try not to die. I love this ink. Alright. Round 2.
Fly now. Great.
He can fly. Alright, so. People hurt. I can't even see them. Maybe they're not even out yet. Ooh, ow, that one really hurt. Could I have some hit points, please? This is the part of the game where I suddenly have to get very good. Come here. That health, thank you. How do I switch down on the D-pad? Step back, please. Delicious, tasty health morsels. Ooh. Everything is fine and I'm doing great. I got shot in the face. Oops, got shot in the face. Okay. I think this is our first, like, actual boss fight as well, so this is it. Time to shake off the rust. I need chat to start believing in me. Please. Oh god, please. I mean, it's my own fault for getting a... Admittedly, it's a third-person shooter, but it's my own fault for getting a shooter on a console. I did this to myself. Thank you, Rental.
They can fly now. Great.
Okay, so that guy just can't... You just cannot throw stuff at that guy. Oh, you can? You just gotta throw it correctly. Okay, definitely gotta save the throwing of things for the gooners. That deals with it. Nice and quickly. Okay. Now we're getting a tactic. Back you go. Watch out for those red flashes. Coming down them stairs, I can see their shield. Fuck you. I was like, where'd you go? Whoa! You don't have to get actually. Start that sentence again. You don't need to do a huge amount of grabbing to throw. You can just almost like tap it. Oh, I could hit him in the ass if he's distracted. Oh, don't throw it away now, me. Tuck myself down over here. Ow! I need to thread the needle on that one. Got him. No, now he's in the vents.
I have a feeling he'll be back. Let's stay focused. The hotline should be past the mailroom.
Well, okay. Some personal mods and some materials. Well, that's pretty neat. I'm looking forward to him returning to cause me some trouble. Okay, so that's what I've learned from this fight is using your telekinetic powers to bonk the regular mobs on the head is very effective. Tea time. Hey Malcolm, yes, tea time is at 7. I'll see you at the course on Sunday morning. By the way, have you heard about this Tennyson report? Apparently there's a bunch of copies drifting around the office. Trench is looking to get his hands on any information about who wrote it. You wouldn't have happened to heard anything about that, would you? Okay, Tennyson report. Somebody saying naughty things about their workplace. Alright, looking for goodies, looking for goodies. Give me loot, give me lore. Can't see anything but a bunch of dead people. Alright, I guess we'll follow the creepy thing into the room. I don't like that he's up there. I'm not a fan.
Alberto Tomasi, head of comms.
Well done everyone, it was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. Dead. Well. Near as damn it.
Got him.
Alright, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an alter adam would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
Uh-huh. We have Executive Sector, Research Sector, Containment Sector, Blank Sector, and Maintenance. I don't know what's going on in Blank, but something's burst. Something's exploded out of Blank Sector. Ah, the butt summary. A spate of disappearances was traced to a home in the city of Butte, where Bureau agents discovered a translocative light switch cord. Bureau agents arrived at the home of a local celebrity located at blank blank, which had been connected to a total of blank disappearances in the area. Agents found no one inside. While searching a closet, an agent pulled a light switch and disappeared from view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord in order to replicate the event. He disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house blank days later, found in a sealed room by rangers exploring a new area of the house. The cord from the Butte's home closet disappeared during this incident. Cool. So be careful around the light switches, kids. Also, you can totally just sit here and watch. I'm going down their little tubes. Anything behind? Always. I love taking trips to the redacted sector.
The hotline can't be far now.
Well, you'd be surprised. Another box of these. Maybe it's time to look through our stuff. We have some weapon mods for shatter, shatter, and shatter. Well, we don't have shatter yet, so I guess I'm not using that. Launch energy cost, increased energy. Energy recovery speed is pretty nice. Maybe let's take that instead. Have to be a little bit more careful with our health, but I can throw dustbins like a madman. Hotline chamber. The Butte supplement. According to their testimony, the agents had been transported from the Butte home to a roadside motel named the Ocean View Motel and Casino, that's the one that was talked about previously, and discovered a room key by performing a ritual. The key opened a door marked with an inverted black pyramid, which they only learned after a lengthy period of trial and error. After pulling another motel cord found inside this room, they were transported to the oldest house. The disappearances of the home's owner and other locals of Butte have been attributed to the light switch cord. The Ocean View Motel is now known to have many doors and pathways. Since the occurrence, identical light switch cords have been found in the Butte home. Identical to the one found in the Butte home have begun appearing throughout the oldest house. At the time of writing, blank cords have been found in the oldest house, located in the blank and blank sectors. These all access the Ocean View Motel, though how exactly this link operates is blank, but initial hypotheses center on the Butte AWE as a blank blank. I love me a blank blank. Big old fan of blanks, me. Phone's ringing. It's for you. All visitors must check in. Trench, trench, Bill Everett the custodian. Trench, trench, Bill Everett the custodian. Trench, trench, trench. Okay, so it's literally custodians or the director. Someone to vacuum the hallway and the person who's allowed to use the phone.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream logic. The light switch cord. Door marked with the black pyramid.
hotline is designated for director use only. Disregard of this policy may result in fatal psychic trauma. I just want to read what this says, but the lighting's bad. Notice, Ocean View Motel Casino entry point. Catalyst light switch. The law of 3 applies. The law of 3 applies.
Whoa. Have we been here before? No.
Huh.
I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country. On the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them. Like something recognized from a dream.
Okay, so this is the idea of a motel, boiled down to its most archetypical constraints. We've got weird doors with weird symbols. There's that black pyramid door they were talking about. It won't even let me try and open some of these. There's the white pyramid. There's that symbol. Go to Washington with American Airlines. Welcome to Montana. Texas. See America. Okay, so it could be anywhere. Nevada. Self-service vending machines for all your needs by the Vending Machine Company.
Hello? Anyone here?
Ding ding. Janitor's closet, can't go in there. Anything behind the scenes? Everything seems perfectly normal. Miami and New York. Hey, suspicious. This game is pretty, and I'm playing it on a PS4 Pro. It's pretty good. There's a lot of texture pop-in. I imagine if you had this on PC or on the upcoming PS5, it would be amazing. Rooms 223, 222, 225. This door's open. Hello? Anybody home? No, it's just a game magazine. Just a whole bunch of like crossword puzzles. I can't open any door except the black pyramid door. Alright, it's good. Can I go out the front door? No. In fact, there appears to be nothing outside. I can see the curb, and that's it. Reminds me of the Stanley Parable. Okay. That one's locked. Let me try the light switch again. Okay, so that just takes me back here. Alright. Okay. What am I missing here? What am I missing? This is the only room that's open. We got a radio, we've got a fan, we've got nothing to interact with. Light switch? Nope. Ooh, I heard something then. I figured it out. We're opening doors every time we ding the bell. Here we go.
The key has a black pyramid on it.
Is there a body under the bed? That is a good question. I mean, if this place really is the sort of culmination of urban legends about motels, then yes, probably. Okay, so all the rooms are identical apart from that one which had a key in it. Okay, cool. So now I should be able to unlock the black pyramid door. Black pyramid door gives me a lovely picture of myself. Now I have access to a bridge. Here we go. So we have a red Bakelite phone that reminds me a lot of the sort of like, Mr. President, the Kremlin is calling. Okay, the Astral Plane Challenge. What is your challenge, Astral Plane? Those things look fun. The hotline will allow you to contact extra-dimensional entities. What do that mean? Slightly bigger gap there than I was expecting. Whoops. Okay, so it lets me contact extra-dimensional entities. Doesn't necessarily stop me from full... Oh, it's like this. I understand. Okay. Okay. So by contact, it means summon to my current location. Get my sprint on, got it. What was someone saying about Stalker? And the weird knots of gravity that you find and chase you around. You can contact us in the collectibles menu. Don't start speaking in weird fourth wall breaking nonsense now.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team.
My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily.
I've always
People
thought that
react strongly.
bleeding from the
when I
nose is
tell
always a
them
good
about you.
sign. Okay, so we've unlocked the hotline menu. Cool, so excuse me, hiccups. We can get a little more information about everything now. Okay, let's listen to about the coming storm.
Something's coming. The whisper's growing louder. The worst winter storm in Bureau history. A retribution for my sins. Our sins. This threat could destroy the Bureau. Everything I've built. Destroy me. A web spun, turning this place against me. I catch glimpses of it in the corner of my eye. It's just out of reach. Elusive. It's clever. A perverse game of hide and seek. Is this part of an attack? Obfuscating the facts. Dimming my eyes. It's hard to tell. I need answers. I haven't heard back from Darling. I fear for my friend, my closest ally. I think we made a terrible mistake all those years ago. That thing he studies is putting us all in danger. It's my duty as director to keep the Bureau safe. It'll be difficult. What's done can't be undone. There's no easy fix. Magical thinking is a requirement for survival. Pain and suffering are mandatory. To change things, you have to break yourself. I don't know if I have the strength. I'm old and weak. I'm afraid. I can see my hands trembling. I'm losing control.
Okay, so these are full videos of those weird trippy clips we keep getting. So we can go back and listen to those now. So before, where it was just like him popping in being like, sins, the world is dying out. Now we actually get like the full explanation. Okay, let's carry on watching.
It took us a long time to learn how to stabilize the control points, the ley lines, the meridians of the oldest house. Darling found a way to soothe this beast. We discovered we must cleanse control points of all interference. It's my duty as the director, like Northmore before me. I couldn't manage it in my own house, at my home. I'll damn well do it here. Without the control points, the oldest house would swallow us alive. We'd be sealed inside an endless labyrinth. No one would hear our screams. If an enemy ever managed to corrupt the control points, it'd be over fast, spreading like a cancer, leaping over the fire breaks like a crown of fire. They are the weak point. Darling's right about that. He's wrong about everything else. Dangerously wrong. Suspiciously wrong. Has he been compromised?
Okay, the paranoia was setting in.
I can hear the hotline ringing in my dreams, constantly ringing. Ringing so loud I can't hear the voice I'm straining to understand. Why don't I pick up? It's a secure line of communication with the board. They would tell me what I need to know. Do I fear their answers? Would they have warned me of this threat? I didn't see it coming. The traitor in our midst. A conspiracy plotted right behind me. I can't trust anyone. I must assume all my intel has been manipulated. The hotline is the only channel I can trust. Bind it, control it. The rule and the ritual with objects of power. It can't be tampered with. The lifeline to the astral plane and the board. I must seek guidance. Soon. I'll rest first. I'm so tired. Always tired now. But I must reach the hotline. I think I'm under attack. An attack of dementia, exhaustion. It's a rain cloud making me forget. The hotline. I must reach the hotline.
What if you only think the hotline is uncorruptible? What happens if they've been tricking you all along?
A director needs...
Okay, we just listened to that one.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country, back in my field agent days. Those roadside motels all bleed together like a dream. Same and not the same. Anywhere and nowhere. The Ocean View operates on dream logic, and the light switch cord leaks out to be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes successfully encouraged to appear and act as a convenient lock to keep out those not trained in dreamscape navigation. Even Bureau veterans can only find one key in the motel. The key that opens the door marked with the inverted black pyramid. The rest, the many other doors, are still mysteries to us. We're all merely guests there. Even the board. Sometimes I need to visit, just to breathe easier for a while. It beats the numb, sterile apartment I spend my nights in, insulated from everything but myself. I guess that's where the whiskey comes in.
Okay. So no matter where we go, we can only find the key back to our own world in there. Makes me think those other doors lead to other realities. Alright, well, okay then. That's us all caught up on the hotline. Yay. Okay, case files about the hotline itself. Object should be inaccessible for use except to the director. Object is a 1960s era red Bakelite telephone. The rotary dial has been replaced with a black knob of unknown purpose. The phone weighs blank. The object allows the director to communicate with the blank, with the board. If used by anyone other than director, the object will cause lethal psychic damage. Object is currently bound to Director Trench. Not anymore. The object spontaneously manifested in the director's office, placed on the desk. Director Northmore was the first known Bureau agent to use it. A battery of tests were run on the object, including blank and blank, but its origin remains unknown. Hiss elevated agents display abilities similar to telekinetic competencies observed in Bureau Palutilitarians. Some prefer to charge their targets while others others launch objects at them. Telekinetic attacks have been ineffective against the Hiss elevated due to their own talent in this area. Do not use any weaponry except their own paranatural capabilities. Been seen levitating while strapped in chairs, like the result of individuals being corrupted whilst undergoing cognitive recording in parapsychology. Huh.
Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
Cool, well I've got the brain in my I've got the phone in my brain now. This, like, entirely soundproofed room. Can we... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, look at all those soundproof spikes. Alright, well. We've been connected to the board. There wasn't a door here before. Now there's a door here. Oh, this goes straight back to my office. Okay. Neat. Hey, the body's been cleaned up. Not the blood. Still a whole bunch of blood around. To all executive staff, I know there is some concern regarding our operations exceeding the annual budget. So long as we operate within the oldest house, we are obscured from scrutiny in many aspects. If our budget demands are not exorbitant to the point of drawing attention, they will be granted by the US Treasury without question. The FBC is just another line in another spreadsheet that some lowly accountant won't even notice. Their eyes will skip over us, as if we weren't even there. The nature of the oldest house allows us certain freedoms in how we operate. Our being here is no accident. Okay, so everything was done super cheap. I wonder if that's why a whole bunch of stuff hasn't been upgraded from the 1960s. They're just like, hey, let's keep the expense reports to a minimum, yeah? So that nobody notices. Where am I going? Central Executive, this way. Oh dear, I've got access to some more rooms and therefore some more stuff to play with. Nothing in there. And a lot of post-it notes around that door, which I can't get into without clearance level 4. Huh. Oh, what's in there then? You know I want to get in that room. Got so many notes, I love it. Here we go, technological limitations of the oldest house. The oldest house imposes certain limitations on our bureau, but by far the most restrictive is the inability to use certain technological instruments. The oldest house does not allow devices that receive or emit any blank signal. Wi-Fi signal, I guess? Radio waves are the only transmittable signal in the oldest house, and even those are often unreliable. If the power of collective unconscious is taken into account, it could be that certain pieces of technology are too new in the cultural blank, zeitgeist, for the oldest house to blank them. Similarly, these items have not been known to become receptacles for altered status. Technology may be moving at too fast a pace for the blank to occur. Modern technology tends to disappear and break here, sometimes quite violently. Blank agents have been injured by cell phones exploding in their pockets whilst entering the oldest house. Okay, everybody, airplane mode on. Well, that explains all the technology things I was just talking about. And that makes sense, right? Everybody being like, oh, TV will rot the brain, and color TV, oh, that'll change the world for the, like, it'll be amazing. But now we're like, oh, it's 4K, cool. I guess we'll just have a 4K TV until we have 8K. Doesn't seem to have the same impact anymore, I think is what they're trying to get at. Can't find your office? No! Watch your step. Yeah, most desks seem to have typewriters or old, like old 60s computers. Listen, I know you can't control building shifts, but the executive level restroom has been missing for weeks now. I worked my ass off in the Islamabad station for 3 years. I've earned the right to a nice workplace shitter. If you can't bring it back, at least find out where it went. From Rodriguez. That's fair. Where's this? Just a room we can go into, okay. Go into all the rooms. Maybe we've already been in this one. It's so hard to remember anymore. And of course, there's always the possibility that it's restocking rooms I've been in with new stuff. Health recovery mod? No, that's not you, Emily. That's just somebody else. Emily's in here. Alright, let's go have a chat with our best girl.
I mean, how is it out there? The comms, the hiss? Sorry, you made it.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Emily? Let's talk.
Of course.
Give me 1 second, Emily. I need to climb all over the desk so I can read this classified information. Okay. Initial encounters with the entity known as the Hiss have revealed various behavioral facts. Most notably, the Hiss is able to invade or corrupt control points, altered items, and even humans, radically changing their behavior. Curiously, any person wearing one of the wearable HRA devices that Dr. Darling has distributed over the last weeks was not affected by this corruption. The only known exception to this fact is the new director, Jesse Faden, who possesses an inherent immunity to the Hiss. This could indicate that she has already been corrupted, but her behavior is in such contrast to that of the other Hiss that I have dismissed that theory. My final observation comes from Miss Faden herself. She is able to cleanse material and organisms of Hiss corruption. We tested this ability on a Hiss-corrupted entity, but unfortunately the process seems to kill the host. Perhaps the host's physiology becomes reliant on the Hiss. More work to be done. Keep up that good work. Ooh, hello. Okay, so let's chat.
I got the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. He's gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her Rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown.
Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that and the hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
Tests? I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself.
Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
Okay then. Am I dropping a few frames for people, or is it just on my end? It seems like my internet is not behaving again, which I could really do with it behaving. You guys haven't noticed? Cool. Alright, let me know if it does. Let me know if it does look really bad. Cool, alright, so. What have we found out? How can we get into maintenance?
Hi, Jesse.
Oh, we've read all these already.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
Okay. Time to get into the maintenance sector.
Do you hear that? Someone's singing. Where's it coming from?
What now? Somebody's singing?
Singing? Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.
Hope has asked us to document the hiss incantation.
Reassuring?
Time to work. Meet me in the maintenance.
Okay. Yeah. That's pretty bad. Sorry, one second guys, my internet is acting up a little bit. I'm just gonna run a quick ad break. Please forgive me. I will be back momentarily while I go and find out what's up with the internet. So, be right back. Very strange. I don't know what's causing it. I'll let these adverts run though. Yeah. I think it's probably something to do with the time of day, even though my ISP is like, nah, we don't do throttling. We don't do throttling around here. No, we wouldn't do that. Every day at about 4:30, 5 o'clock my time, it all sort of falls over on itself. So yeah, hopefully that's just it. How's everybody doing while we take our quick break? Grab yourself a drink or something. I don't know, whatever you need to do. Nom 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 nom. You're playing Metal Gear Solid 5 and I'm on the second screen. Ooh, what are you up to? How's it going? I've just realized the other day that I can use PS Now to play the Metal Gear Solid HD Legacy Collection again, which is much better than... It's actually much easier for me than setting up my PS3, finding my Metal Gear Solid, setting up all of that again. So that's pretty cool. I think I'm going to be doing that at some point. I've actually been using PS Now for quite a bit of stuff. It's a really nice little Netflix for PlayStation games. It's pretty good. You're up to Ramshackle Stealth. So you're failing miserably at the game. I understand, I get it. Good job. Yeah, this janitor's up to something. I think it's about time we figure out what that something is. Where did I put my controller? There it is. Alright, keep an eye out, guys. Let me know if there are frame drops again. I will try my hardest to fix it. By which I mean I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. Alright, let's go ahead into the maintenance sector. Through this elevator that's supposed to be in lockdown, whilst we're hearing psychic voices from the janitor who let us in the first place. Guess we're going to the maintenance sector access corridor.
Like I said before, the janitor is a friendly face.
He's up to something. I do like his pony Walkman. Okay, so we head down to maintenance. We find the place where they're manufacturing all of these little chesty doohickeys that everyone's so fashionably wearing right now. Because they kind of seem pretty important. If we could get everybody who could help me stop, you know, the breakdown of reality and the incursion of a horrendous hiss, to get one of them fancy new things.
The maintenance sector is the janitor domain.
That would be lovely.
If I can find Ahti here, he can help me reach the override. Maybe it was you who got me into the oldest house with the lockdown on. Maybe it was Ahti. It felt like he made the elevator appear that took me to Trench's office.
I mean, he definitely did.
Is Ahti guiding me too?
So the question is, who does Ahti work for? Like I say, I've got this whole sort of system in my head at the moment of people in charge, various tiers of, like, first there's the board, and then there's, like, the Federal Bureau itself, and then there's the hiss, and maybe Ahti is, like, maybe this house itself is some sort of magic control. They have really clean windows in this place, it's hard to see them. Clearance level 2 required. Probably get that down this this red corridor of fun. Ventilation, janitor's office, and sector elevator.
The directorial override is right there, in the control room. How do we get there?
Using some sort of transport magic, I'm sure. Hi everyone. Oh, you all look fun. You're waiting for me? Waiting for me? Aw, you don't have to do that. I promise you don't have to. Bing bong. No, no, it's never everyone. Bonked him in the back. Oh my god, we're still going. There we go. Cleanse this reality. Warp. There we go. Push that concrete back. Yeah, it seems like the Hiss are trying to corrupt these control points to collapse the oldest house in on itself. Okay, well, I'm not going that way. I guess we're continuing on to ventilation in the janitor's office. Oh, hi. I'm on level 2 now. So strong. Okay. Weird biohazard again, whatever that is. I can still hear the music. Where you at? He is. Gotta keep moving. That's what they said. Hi. Who's that? Where'd you go? I heard you shooting at me. There you are. Ow, I hit myself like an idiot. I suppose it's kind of my own fault for throwing an explosive barrel next to my own head. Oops. It's very nice to kill things. Yeah, they explode in a nice little puff of color. Bling. Run around checking for loot and other assorted goodness. Grab all these little health blips as well. You never know what's going to be tucked away down the sides. So the enemies are getting a little bit tougher as time goes on. I wonder... if I can upgrade myself. Does not appear so just yet. Launch, energy cost, energy increases, health recovery. I wonder if I could dismantle some of these. Maybe I should do that. I seem to be filling up on a lot of junk here. Let's keep hold of that one though.
What's down that way?
Why would you say what's down that way? Huh? New mission, a merry chase. Huh? Okay, is this a turn? If this is a control mimic? I guess epilepsy warning for this room. Whoa! Alright. Okay, you got me. Oh, I don't know if I like that thing. Anybody who's been around this channel since it began, basically, knows me and weird riding horses don't get along well. The walls are undulating.
An object of power.
Apparently so.
How do you think it got down here?
Maybe it fell down like me.
A carousel horse. Why is kid stuff always so creepy?
Because kids are creepy. Kids are inherently bad. Boop. Ooh, I have an evade. Oh. The horse choo-choo allows you to dash evade. Oh, cool. All right. Oh, we've got a dash. Love it. Didn't quite make that one. Nope. I'm really good at timings. Awesome rental. Good job. So gold enemies are immune to my attacks. Okay, so it's what? Just... Whoop. Oh, that's a lot of grenades. Whoop. Okay, dodge uses my force powers. Alright, so now we can do some dodging in and out of trouble. I like that.
Let's see the hiss keep up with me now.
Don't know if you saw that because my head might have been in the way, but 2 ability points. How do I do an ability points? We'll find out. Oh, I like this. The superhero mode has been activated. Now I'm playing a video game. That's a very bright light. Oh, I fell through another hole in the floor. Whoops. Okay, we're unlocking some new powers. Well, alright then. Oh, no, not again. Alright, well, I suppose it's been like an hour since our last one, so it's time for our dose of horror. Do we have to?
Hey, Meg! What are you trying? I'm trying a dog!
I'm drawing the pyramid.
The what?
The pyramid.
What's a pyramid?
The Black Pyramid. It's in the astral plane.
Airplane?
Astral plane. It's big, white, and empty. Or is it? It's a weird, crazy alien dimension. The white goes on forever. You can get lost in all that white and never find your way back home.
I miss my home.
Okay. Never gonna be happy with that. Never ever. But I guess we've collected it now, so it's just stored away where we can watch it as often as we like. Yay! Weird. What a weird poster. This game, I swear.
Well done. You got the job. It's place for congratulations. Yippee, saatana. It happened in the last drop. I truly need an assistant.
Funny thing is, I've been a janitor. I'm more at home in that role than as the director. Only Ati here seems to see that.
Yeah, hi, Ati. Look, we need to get the lockdown lifted, otherwise I can't get to the other sectors. Can you help me get to the override?
Yes, yes. Easy peasy. It's just around the corner. But first, we need to get you working. Very small, couple of hours job.
Something tells me it's gonna be more than that.
Yaha. You think there's a dog buried in this? I can tell you are not yesterday's Krause's son. That's why you'll make a great assistant. Very well. I'll hit the facts on the table. Mä kyllä sanon perkele suoraan, että this house has a vermin problem. A bad one. They've already messed up the cooling pumps. And the power generators of a power plant, perkele. And the pensioner inside is starting to feel the band around his head tighten. The situation needs to be fixed before the plant blows up. And we all disappear like a fart in Sahara.
Trying my best to keep up with this. Fix the coolant pumps and the power generators, otherwise the power plant will blow.
But don't you worry. I've left you clear instructions. You'll catch the end of the thread before I go to my vacation. The work's on the task board here. You can do later, when you have time.
Vacation? Right.
Yes. No one's gonna cancel my holiday or seat's gonna rattle. But don't worry at all. You'll take care of it, and soon this crisis gonna be last winter's snow. You better go now, so you don't have to run with your head as your third leg. The door in the back leads to the plant.
The door in the back. That's great. Thank you, Ati.
Artie, get out of my head. You're in my brain. So what have we got? We got tasks. What a mess. Burn the trash.
Yep. Burn the trash.
Burn the trash.
Throw it in the fire. Burn it all. Burn it into a reindeer. Not into...
And now the weird poster of him is gone. I didn't check this room last time. Now I've got to check this room. Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard a Finnish accent before either, Rental. Okay, so I'm glad you're still here. I was expecting to open that door and you be gone. Can I borrow that jacket? Okay, so he gave us clearance level 2, which is very nice. Which lets us loop around nicely. Okay, so where are we? Nobody knows. There we go. Okay. So we want to go to the
Okay, so what happens again if that thing blows up?
fart in the Sahara, remember? Okay, we just got a bit of a hotline info, so let's do collectibles hotline. Tell me about what are the board countermeasures? We are at war/hostile takeover. The Hiss is the opposing force/foreign power. We will provide countermeasures and strategy. Accept and ingest them at control points. These countermeasures missions will benefit you. We will give resources/rewards for each completed countermeasure. Okay. Alright, tell me about Northmore.
Northmore was director before me. I never wanted his job. I never wanted power. I purposefully avoided it, didn't trust it, didn't want to rely on it. Northmore was all about power. A man like an explosion, hungry for authority, for order, for more, until it was too much. I had to find a solution in the end, contain the situation. Northmore never liked me, but he went along with it. To his credit, he didn't really have a choice. I suppose at the end of the day, a director's most basic duty is to keep the lights on. Here's to you, Northmore. There were no prime candidates waiting in the wings, but I was there. Had been the whole time, keeping my head down, working my ass off. I had nothing to lose. I picked up the gun almost on a dare.
Okay, so it sounds like the previous director didn't exactly go out on the best terms. Alright, should we go and stop the world from exploding? Sounds good to me. It's very red and toasty out here. Alright. Going down. Boop. Guess we're going this way. object of power escaped the Panopticon a couple of weeks ago and they want everyone to keep an eye out for it. So if anyone sees a merry-go-round horse zipping around the sector, alert me immediately. Do not try to contain it on your own, and definitely don't bind it to yourself. From your security chief. A little bit late for that. I may have already consumed the horse. Consume the horse. Huh. The NSC power plant. Well, you guys didn't immediately start shooting at me, so I take it...
Hey, are you new? Go talk with Chief Arish in the security booth. He's in charge here.
Okay. Let me just go and, yeah, let's go and activate this first of all. Boop, 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 boop. Here we go. Abilities, 7. We got us a skill tree. Extra health, energy, melee damage, and launch damage. Well, first of all, I want to grab a little bit of extra health. Ooh, and unlock another. Use another 2 points to unlock an additional form slot. Oh, okay, cool. Extra energy, yes. Extra, yes. I would like one of everything, please. An additional weapon form slot, lovely. 25% extra launch damage, yes, I'm loving that launch damage. How many points have I got left? 3. Give me more. The ability to launch grenades and rockets back at enemies, that would be nice. Oh yeah. Now what's an astral construct? Here we go, weapon forms. So we've got the spin and the shatter. So we have grip, which just seems to be a semi-automatic pistol of some kind. Spin has a generous magazine and a high rate of fire. So some sort of like a submachine gun, although we don't have any of the materials for it. However, we do have enough for shatter, which appears to be a shotgun. High stopping power with a scatter shot that devastates grouped enemies at close range. I will absolutely purchase shatter. Thank you. Oh, cool. And I can dismantle things and create various mods. Can upgrade higher tier mods. Okay, we've got lots of things. What's board countermeasures? Kill hiss guards in the executive sector using spin. Kill enemies with the service weapon in spin mode. Kill hiss rangers with shatter. Okay, so this is just like you get a bonus random mod. Oh, I might as well take a couple that I can use with shatter. Okay, so I can switch my gun. We've got regular gun, shotgun. Okay. Bang, bang, bang. I like it. I like it a lot. We've also picked up a couple of weapon mods here. So we can reduce the recoil for shatter, increase the number of projectiles fired, and reduce the recoil. I'm probably going to increase the number of projectiles fired. How many is that now? Let me get in there. Like 4 or 5, maybe 6. That's not bad. Awesome. Okay, we have arrived.